Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Red Mist in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more King and Magic. Now, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what we've been going on, or been getting up to. So as you can see here, guys, we've been moving up a little bit. I've managed to upgrade the all abilities +1, but before I start moving on to the uncommon / green zone, I'm going to continue to level up the base level stats. So at the moment, I've been focusing on leveling up the defense stats, just because of the fact of my not getting many heroes, so they're not surviving too well. So I've been prioritizing the defense. Whereas if I was getting good heroes, like as you saw from the Egg Smashing event, then I would have probably been focusing the damage. Just because of the fact of the hero level will probably be a lot higher and I'll be able to win more fights. So, the next thing that I want to be doing, guys, is, as you can see down the bottom, I haven't really had much success with the 6-star heroes or anything, but I'm going to be focusing for getting the King. Now, I'll explain why in a later video, but just know that the King is probably one of my prioritized heroes for the formation that I want to go for, which is this guy here. Obviously, I'll explain more about it, but it is to do with his secondary spell, having that bonus damage and also having that one purification spell added to a hero. Now, in fact, I'll show you right now, guys. So, for example, his secondary spell, 700% damage is great for damage dealing, but then his secondary spell gives immunity to one hero. Now, he is immune. If you look up at the top, you can see on the right hand side, you've got the abilities, so it shows you what their abilities is. But then in talents, it shows you what their bonus talent is. So he gets a bonus of like 200% damage attack, he gets 200% extra HP, 40% hit possibility, and 40% crit capability. Now this is what he pretty much starts off with, so he has okay stats. But then he has the best stat, or the best talent in the game, which is immune to all abnormal effects. This means that this guy has permanent immunity. He has a permanent purification spell, which means that he cannot suffer from any negative effects. So he can't be stunned, poisoned, knocked down, turned into a pig, frozen, any of that stuff. You can't hit him with anything, which is really, really good. Now, when he casts his spell number 2, he grants that spell to someone else for 6 seconds. So, you would have seen me in a previous video. I turned around and said to you that once you reach the Grand Academy, you have to go and buy this spell, which is right here, the Purification. Now, if you look at what this spell does as standard, it removes abnormal effects to all friendly units. This is when you hit this spell. It will just instantly remove any spells. This is what the King is providing you with. This is the spell that he has on him all of the time, and that he will cast on one hero every time he casts his spell number 2. Now, what the King does is what this spell does when it's fully upgraded. Now, when it's fully upgraded, you'll have to come into the Death Rift, which I can't get into just yet, but if you go into the Death Rift, you can see the little book that has a little padlock on the right hand side of the Death Rift. Now that is the Forgotten Library, or the Hidden Library, and inside there, I think it's 6,000 runes, but inside there, you're able to buy a spell that will upgrade Purification and grant you 8 seconds of immunity. Now, if you go over to my Magic Legion videos, you'll see that I have the spell activated on that account, and it will give you huge big blue wings behind your heroes. Now, while you have those wings, it gives you 8 seconds of immunity to any spells, so you can't be knocked down, poisoned, blah blah blah. and it's a really good thing to have. So obviously when you have the king of a high enough level and he starts doing that as well, it's giving you even more of that purification, and it's just going to help you win fights, because not only is he quite a good damage dealer, he's also quite a good tank, because he can't ever be affected by anything. So if you actually put the you'll find quite often that the enemy team will have like Piggin or something. If you actually put the Blood Commander where my thingy guy is right now, where my War Mage is, he will be the main target. So the War Mage is the main target of the enemy hero. So every bit of damage that the enemy hero does, unless it's an AoE attack, we need to restart this. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Unless it's an AoE attack, they will prioritize whoever is in this position here. So, for example, if I went and put Piggin in the first slot, I would automatically turn this hero into a pig. Now, if you have the king in this position, because he's immune to all spells like that, he will not be affected by Piggin, because he's immune to it, so he cannot be turned into a pig. So, effectively, it makes the enemy hero spell non-void, because if they have any spells that cast immunity to or cast a negative effect to a hero, you're obviously getting rid of that. Because of obviously they're not able to use it. So again, we've just gone and used the wrong spells in the wrong order, which means that that guy's going to get another attack off, isn't he? Hopefully he's not, and hopefully our witch is going to be able to keep locking this guy down. But I just want to go ahead and obviously say that and point that out, because of the fact of it is really important to know the correct heroes and the correct spells to be bringing with the heroes that you've got. So if you've got some heroes that are burning heroes or freezing heroes, it's really good to go into the spell market and look at spells that are going to damage people if people are burnt, or look at spells that are going to damage people if they're frozen. And there's a lot of spells that work in that way, because obviously that's the way the game is designed. It's designed to flow with hero selection. So bear that in mind. We're probably we're struggling to move on at the moment because of hero level and stuff, guys. So it is a little bit frustrating to me, but we are pushing up. I'm probably going to have to sort of drop back down into the lower stages at the moment and do a few bits. But I just want to give you a really quick update on that. And until I can start leveling up my heroes, I think I might sort of slow down on the magic, the King of Magic videos. So I might post these like every other day, or if you want to see them every day, then let me know. But obviously it's a little bit hard, because at the moment the game hasn't released the dungeon, so it's the content that I can do is very, very restricted, probably to fight in the arena a fair bit. But then once I'm sort of move up, as you can see, I'm probably going to start facing people that are sort of starting to outrank me already, because I'm up to like top 325 in this server. So the content that I can make is very restricted to the map, and because of the egg race, or the egg event, and the stage race, I've pushed through it very quickly, and my hero level's not good enough yet. So I'm starting to get to that point that I'm starting to struggle to be able to move on any further. So if you do want to see it on a daily basis, I will try, but you're going to have to make that clear down in the comments. Make sure you put the comments, make sure you hit that like button. If not, guys, I will probably start going to like maybe every other day, just because of the content that's available in the game at the moment isn't very big, so it's very hard to keep making daily content on it. But let me know in the comments down below, guys. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video as well, though. And also, one thing that I do want to make clear, go in, and if you haven't got anything to upgrade or evolve, guys, then make sure you go into your resource store and use stuff, like use up your resources to buy yourself some more gold and some more stamina, because it will come in useful in the future, especially when it comes to leveling up those legendary items. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. I shall see you in the next one. Really hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.